International news. Mullah Bayadar, the head of the Taliban political officer, will lead the new government in Afghanistan, at least 3 sources in the movement said. Mullah Muhammad Yaqub, the son of late Taliban founder Mullah Omar, and Sheikh Mohammad Abbas Satangzai will take senior position in the government. Taliban have the right to speak out in favor of the Muslim of Indian-occupied Kashmir. Taliban spokesperson Sohail Shaheen, while recalling the terms of the Doha Agreement with the United States, said that had no policy of conducting armed operation against any country. Taliban forces and fighters loyal to local leader Ahmad Massoud fought in Afghanistan Panjshir, with each side saying it had inflicted heavy conflicts in recent days of combat. Effort to negotiate a settlement appeared to have broken down, with each side blaming the other of the failure of talks. The economic future of Afghanistan rests chiefly in hand of China after it agreed to help rebuild the war-torn country. Taliban spokesperson Zebihullah Mujahid has said in an interview. He added that China is Afghanistan's most important partner and represents a fundamental and extraordinary opportunity for the Afghans because it is ready to invest and rebuild the country. Western Union wants to resume its money transfer service to Afghanistan, announced the American multinational financial service companies. We understand the urgent needs of our customers and their families and are committed to supporting them, the spokesperson said. Britain Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab has arrived in Pakistan for a 2-day visit. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi would hold official talks with the Western British dignitary and will discuss the situation in Afghanistan and bilateral relations with senior officials. Flash flooding caused by remains of a hurricane lateral killed at least 45 people in the New York City of United States. Flash flood turned streets into rivers and shut down subway service as water cascaded down platform on tracks. Hundreds of flights were cancelled at LaGuardia and JFK airports as well as at Newark. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas he said he was ready to talk confidence-building measures and restore claim in the Palestine territories through Israel. Actions have made a 2-state solution impossible. After meeting with Egyptians and Jordanian leaders, it was avowed that 3 states will work together for a vision aimed at resume negotiation. The lives of millions and opinions in Tigray of the country are under threat as aid supplies are not reaching the conflict-hit area. The United Nations has said the UN estimates that 5.2 million people need urgent assistance if the World War's famine situation in Tigray is to be averted. Pakistani has strongly condemned the barbaric act of snatching the mortal remains of the icon Kashmir leader Syed Ali Shah Gilani from his family by the Indian authorities. Syed Gilani was be buried in the cemetery of Meritis in Srinagar. The pair reportedly told that India would not allow Gilani's burial at the place of his choosing. Veteran politicians and founder of the Balochistan National Party, Sardar Ataul Mengal, passed away in Karachi. 92 years old, politicians had been ill for a long time and was admitted to a private hospital in Karachi. United Kingdom Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs Dominic Raab reached Islamabad for a 2-day visit to Pakistan to discuss bilateral ties. The talks will cover evolving situation in Afghanistan and bilateral matters. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and his Australian counterpart exchanged views on the latest development in Afghanistan as well as on bilateral relations during their telephonic conversation. The Australian Foreign Minister thanked Pakistan for its support in facilitating transit of Australian nationals and others from Afghanistan. Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmad said that the authorities may close the German border crossing for some time in view of threats. While Interior Minister indicates of a security threat at the German border, he insisted that the situation at the Turkmen border was normal. Renowned gastroenterologist Dr. Saad Khalid Niaz returned his Thamkai Imtiaz to President Dr. Arif Alvi. The disappointed doctor did it is protest over the government's ignoring attitude towards healthcare workers and professionals who let down their lives to save hundreds of thousands of patients during the coronavirus pandemic, but were denied their share of their recent civil awards offered by the government. A part of the main entrance of the 18th century Officail in Hyderabad has been collapsed. There are no reports of the casualties or injuries. Sindh Culture Minister said the department would be conducting an inquiry into the collapse. 36 public and private sector University of Pakistan Future in Times Higher Education ranked 2021, marking a significant improvement in the global standing of the country. Versat's Education Minister Shafqat Mahmood shared the news and said, "We are among the top 5 nations for improvement in the research, citation and industry link." The aviation regularity has announced to bar all domestic flight travel for people who will not have been vaccinated against COVID by September 10. Every passenger above the 18 years age marks will have to be vaccinated against COVID to be able to travel in domestic flights. Health news. More than 80% of Americans have some levels of immunity against the coronavirus, mostly through vaccination, a survey of blood donation indicates. The survey led by the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention also indicates that about twice as many people have been infected with the virus as have been officially counted. Pakistan's COVID-19 graph has been showing a declining trend as the country has mostly been recording less than 4,000 daily infections all of this week. The active cases fell to 90,076 and positivity rates stand at 6.33%. Science and technology news. Ministry of IT, Telecom and its associated company Ignite have launched Pakistan's first nationwide cybersecurity hackathons. Teams will be competing in 5 categories including application explorations, mobile device explorations, network attacks and explorations, operation system explorations and speed programming. Sports news. Pakistani Haider Ali rewrote history books when he became the first Pakistani to win a gold medal in the Paralympics Games. Haider Ali achieved the feat in the men's discus throw competition, having it at an impressive 55.26-meter distance to notch the gold medal. Former fast bowler and cricket analyst Sikandar Bakht has said the way Sarfraz Ahmed was removed for captaincy was wrong. However, replacing him with a younger player is a good decision. He added that it is a positive development that the wicketkeeper Mohammad has been included in the squad for the series against New Zealand. Cristiano Ronaldo has become the recorded highest goal scorer in international football after the Hague Portugal beat Republic of Ireland 2-1 in World Cup qualifying. The Manchester United forward has now 111 international goals, breaking a record of 109 goals previously held by Iran's Ali Daei. England bowled out India for 191 before suffering a top-order collapse of their own on an opening day of the 4th Test at the Oval. David Mellon was batting on 26 and night watchman Craig Overton was 1 not out with England 138 runs behind. Entertainment news. Husband of lead singer Nazia Hassan, Ishaq Beg, has filed a defamation suit in Sindh High Court against his wife brother Sohaib Hassan over his association. Ishaq Beg claimed that his wife died of cancer, but he has been continuously blamed for her death by Sohaib Hassan. Pakistan's much-adored showbiz star Aisha Umar has attracted massive applause from their world celebrity like Paris Hilton and accent. Aisha Umar recently took to Instagram to write a lengthy note about her stress, on which Paris Hilton extended her support. Pakistani famed Asim Azhar is celebrating 8 years of being in the mainstream music industry. He took social media to post a video made by a fan showing various glimpses of his singing career over the years. Asim Azhar also dropped a hint about releasing his first album soon, which was previously delayed because the singer's record label in India. Paramount Pictures has postponed the release of Tom Cruise film Top Gun: Maverick until May 2022 and Mission Impossible 7 until September 2022. Movie studios has repeatedly shuffled their schedule as they try to gauge when crowd will return to cinema. A new film in the Resident Evil movie franchise is settled to be released on November 24th. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City will be moving away from the past version, and the story will concentrate on the first 2 video games. Business news. The State Bank of Pakistan has received $2.70 billion under the International Monetary Fund's allocations of special drawing rights. The central bank's foreign currency received stood to an all-time high at $20,145.6 million US. Afghanistan economy is likely to collapse following their rapid withdrawal of US forces and the Taliban return to power. Fitch's situation has said in a report the country's real gross domestic product is expected to shrink by 9.7% this financial year, with a further drop of 5.2% seen next year, the rating agency has warned. Dubai-based airline Fly Dubai has announced that passenger booking Fly Dubai flight to Dubai will enjoy a complimentary one-day ticket to visit Expo 2020 Dubai. The initiative is offered to every passenger traveling via one-way ticket to Dubai over any connecting Fly Dubai flight via Dubai, whether they are traveling in business class or economy class. Price of gold remained unchanged for the third consecutive day in the domestic market of Pakistan, closing at 111,000 rupees per dollar and 95,165 rupees per dollar 10 grams. Silver price were also unchanged at rupees 1,430 per dollar and rupees 1,226 per 10 gram. For more updates, keep watching OPtv Global.